Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about Tulsi Gabbard, okay? So she's an ex-Democrat who's now independent, who was once anti-gun rights, who is now pro-gun rights, okay? Now, you might think that, hey, this woman's just fishing for votes, but here's the thing. As far as politicians, there's three things I want from them, right? Three things I want to see from them. Okay, number one, I want them talking pro-gun rights. Okay, number two, I want them pushing pro-gun legislation and stopping anti-gun legislation, right? So I want them to be active legislatively. And three, I want them shooting themselves. I want them actively engaged in the gun community. Okay, and number three. Okay, actively engaged with the gun community, using their Second Amendment rights is probably the most important thing, okay? Because that's what brings them into contact with people like me and people like you watching this video, where we can, like, talk to them, okay? So I was watching this interview that she was doing, and she just wasn't talking about, like, gun rights for self-defense or home defense. Like, she's like, talking, the Second Amendment is a check on government tyranny. Okay, so she's talking 100% pro-gun rights. Okay, now, again, you might say that you think that she's fishing for votes, but that's not walking the middle line. Okay, that's like being way over, like, 100% complete gun rights. But more importantly, like, I'm watching a video of her where she's at some type of a tactical shooting match, right, or some type of tactical game. I don't know exactly what it is. Just look up Tulsi Gabbard shooting AR-15s or something, and you'll see it. So she's at some tactical competition event, and she's shooting pistols with red dots. She's shooting ARs with LPVOs. So here's the thing. She's not posing, right? She's not like the ATF director, Dettelbach, when he's, like, standing next to a table full of guns that he doesn't know anything about, okay? This woman is actually shooting the guns, okay? And she's going to places where you've got, like, gun rights people talking to her, okay? Not people that just have guns in safes that shoot them, a couple of times a year, right? People that live guns, okay? Those are the people that she is interacting with. So to me, that is probably the most important factor for a pro-rights politician, right? Do they actually live gun rights? And what I'm seeing from this woman is that she's actually living it, okay? Now, in the past, she might have voted against gun rights, but I think that her being actively engaged with the gun community is more important, okay? Because that tells me that she really believes this. She's living it, okay? So I think we can forgive her for her prior mistakes, because what she's doing now is more important than what she did in the past or what she said in the past, okay? And the fact that she's actually involved with us, she's making friends with people in the gun community. I think that that's the most important factor here. Okay. Now, the other thing is, I think the Democrats are, like, completely done with her. I don't think she can go back to Democrats. I don't think that the Republicans will necessarily accept her 100%. I don't think that like, she even wants to be 100% on board with Republicans, which is fine. Okay, Republicans are not 100% gun rights, okay? In fact, there's probably maybe somewhere between 10 and 20% of them, right? If you look at the full Congress, right? Very, very few in the Senate, all right? Like maybe 3 or 4 in the Senate, but mostly in the House. That's like maybe 10 to 20% of Republicans are really gun rights, okay? And of that percentage, how many of them are actively engaged in shooting on weekends, okay? Because again, it's having guns, sitting in a safe, or talking gun rights, for me is not enough. Okay, I want people actively engaged in shooting. Okay, Now, here's the thing. You might say, hey, here's the thing. You may not believe her, right? Because her thing is, like, she grew up, I think she grew up in Hawaii. She grew up in a place where people didn't have guns. Like, she didn't shoot any guns, really, until she got into the military. So she was, that's the environment that she grew up in, right? Which is very similar to mine, because I grew up in New York City, okay? I really didn't get to shoot guns. I'm 52 now. I didn't get to shoot guns until I was like in my mid-30s, okay? Like, I might have shot them once or twice before, like maybe if I was traveling on vacation or something, or but I really didn't like get into guns until I was in my mid-30s, okay? Prior to that, growing up in New York City, right? Yeah, I was always kind of like I was always pro guns, right? Because that's just my nature. But I mean, you could have gotten me to agree, right? You could have gotten me to agree that, yeah, certain people shouldn't have guns. They're too dangerous, okay? Which is like completely different from where I am now, where right now I'll tell you, if you're safe enough to be on the street, you're safe enough to have a gun, okay? So you commit a crime, right? You go to jail. As soon as you come out, you're handed back your guns, okay? And I don't care what the crime was, okay? The fact that they're letting you back out means that you are now safe enough to have guns, okay? Because anything can be used as a weapon, okay? So as you can see, when people say, hey, they don't trust her, it's not likely that she did this, this complete conversion. I mean, listen, look at me, man. Like I said, I grew up in New York City. I didn't grow up with guns. You could have very easily gotten me to agree that certain people shouldn't have guns. But look where I'm at now. Okay? Now I'm a full-time gun instructor that's actively recruiting people over to our side, right? And that's really the most important factor, right? Us preserving our gun rights really comes down to, can we take can we take non-gun owners and turn them into gun owners, right? Can we take people that are not actively involved with shooting and make them regular shooters, okay? And first of all, that seems to have happened with Tulsi, right? Somebody like me got to her, right? And basically converted her, okay? So just like somebody a long time ago, right? Somebody got to me, right? I went to visit a friend down in Texas, right? I'd never really shot guns, and I stayed with him like in a week. And a year later, I was a gun owner. A year after that, I bought this property, a couple of others, and I'm shooting guns, okay? And I'm a full-time gun instructor. So somebody got to me, right, and showed me the way, okay? Showed me the light. Well, somebody got to her too and showed her the way, okay? So here's the thing. Tulsi is probably one of the most valuable assets that we can have, okay? Because here I am, I have a channel, right, where I talk about guns, I talk about gun rights, I give gun instruction, right? But who's coming to this channel, okay? Most of the people, right, that come to my channel are already 100% gun rights, okay? There's probably a very small percentage, maybe 5% to 10% that come to this channel for something else, right? And that's why I do other videos on my channel. I talk about fish, I talk about ponds, I talk about, farming, I talk about other things to try and draw other people into my channel that are, that once they get to the channel, all of a sudden they start seeing gun videos, and I'm hoping to interest them in gun rights, okay? So here's the thing. There's only a small percentage of people that I can reach out to outside of the gun community. She is in a position to reach all the soccer moms, all the independents, okay? All the people that are like, I don't know, if I should vote, Biden or Trump, okay? All those people that are like, I'd rather have another option, right? Okay, and it doesn't matter if she is ever elected to anything again. We need to keep her talking, okay? Which is why we need to kind of reach out to her, right? And we need to make her welcome in our community, right? We can't be telling her that, we don't know if we trust you. Accept her, okay? Accept her and bring her in, and then use her to recruit other people. Okay, ultimately, the only way that we win is by bringing in new people and turning non-gun owners into gun owners. Consider her a success story, right? We took somebody that really wasn't pro-gun rights, and now she's out there, you know, on TV telling people that, hey, the Second Amendment is a check on government tyranny. Okay, she's reaching out to people that we can't reach. She you know, like even my own wife. Okay, she doesn't listen to me about gun. Like, she's not a gun person, right? So, you know, she's like, yeah, okay, he does his thing. You know, I'm not the person that my wife would listen to with regards to gun rights or guns. I mean, I wouldn't even try to train my wife. I would try. I mean, I've had her. I have trained her a couple of times, but she, you know, women don't take instruction usually very well from their husbands. I prefer to send her to somebody else to train her. Okay, she's not going to listen to a lecture from me, all right, on gun rights. She would listen to somebody like Tulsi Gabbard talk about gun rights, and she might be like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it too. Okay, so she's the way that we recruit soccer moms. Okay, so yeah, we need to welcome her into our community. Forget about what she voted in the past. She's probably doing a lot more shooting with AR-15s and other guns than, you know, like a lot of people out there watching this video. Okay, because she's shooting, she's actively involved. She goes to competitions. Okay, how many of you guys go to regular competitions? Okay, so yeah, let's welcome her, and let's bring her into the community, and let's use her to reach out to more non-gun owners and recruit them over to our side. Okay, so thanks for watching. Drop some comments below. I'll talk to y'all soon.